Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a video which was inspired by my little research on YouTube. So I've been posting consistently. I hope you guys have been loving what I post. So YouTube suggested that I should talk about something like this. I'm going to talk about what is in my work bag. So this is a bag I recently got, and if this is your first time here, my name is Fanta. On this channel I talk about fashion, travel and lifestyle. And if you're an oldie but goodie, thank you for always coming to watch my videos. Welcome back to another video. So let's get into this video, because this is basically what's in my work bag. What do I actually have in my work bag? What you definitely find at any point in time of the day. I'll be inserting it for you guys to see. This is a dress I got from a local market. It's velvet. It's a nice pleated velvet dress. I've always wanted a pleated dress and I got one. I have always envisioned myself being a pleated dress. I feel pleated dresses are actually very stylish and chic. So if you get yourself a pleated dress, you will definitely love it. So the work bag I'll be using is this. You guys know, if you have watched my previous video, you know that I have a lot handbag, because handbag is one thing I just love shopping, and I have my eyes on different type of handbags currently, because if I don't shop for clothes, because clothes is not really what I shop for, but handbags, make sure I don't see it, because if I see it I will contemplate on it and even think of getting it. So let's get into this of BALENCIAGA city bag. So that city bag, I've always eyed it. I'm like, this is way above my tax bracket. So let's talk about the reality. So I went to Ego Shoes and got myself one, and this is a very large size bag, and I got it for just $7. Say what? $7, right? You heard me right. But this is a very nice green handbag. I don't know what I have with green, but I love this bag. So let's get into what is really in my work handbag. So when it comes to your work bags, I would highly suggest that you get yourself a tote handbag or a structured handbag like this. So structured handbags make it easier for you to fit in as much as you want, and it's kind of beautiful and chic for your outfit. So this design I actually love for this bag, and I'm really into it. The only downside is, as large as it is, it cannot fit in my laptop, which I don't really need it to fit in my laptop. This carries a lot. So let's get into what is really inside this handbag. What do I have to put in my handbag? So first things first, let's talk about the first thing, which is Vaseline, a body cream. So if you're like me, you're always waking up by, your alarm is set by 5:30 a.m. You start to wake up by 5:30 a.m. You want to sleep a little. That sleep a little, before you know, you're waking up by 7, and you're like, what? It's 7 a.m. and your work is supposed to resume by 8 o'clock. You rush to work. After rushing to have a shower, you wear your outfit, and you will not remember to put in cream. Just get yourself a body cream. You need it. The other thing in my handbag is a book. I read a book recently over the weekend, and I'm like, the book is titled Out of His Mind. Do you know what? Assumption used to cause a lot of things, even in personal relationship, marriages and all that. When someone does not communicate what they are going through, and the other person is assuming that his life is all about them, or they're having issues and nobody's actually saying anything. That book was really out of his mind. At one point, the book ended in a way that I felt like many are mad, few around me. Anyway, so I love to have books for myself. I read a lot to gain knowledge, to improve myself. I just read for relaxation sometimes. So this book I've been reading, and this is the next book I'll be starting on, how to start a business and how to start and succeed in business. This book is for people that are business oriented, and if you want to set up your business in future, I don't want it to be just anyhow business. You want a business where you have unique selling points. Want a business where you become one of the big multinationals. You want a business where you're not just having a sole proprietorship, and when you go or you die, nobody's running the business. You want something substantial that you can leave behind for your kids. You need this book in your life. It's not as if I'm planning to set up a business, though I'm planning to do a story time of my failed business attempts. But anyway, this book is really rich. I'm reading it one by one. They interviewed the likes of Dangote, they interviewed the like of Adeleke and all that. So I'm reading these books. They even interviewed some very important people that I can recognize here. So get yourself a book if you're trying to improve yourself for business, you're trying to improve yourself for some skills, soft skills that you need. Maybe you want to improve how to sell, you want to improve how to do a lot of things. You need a book in your life. So get yourself a book. So that's another thing I have in my handbag. So it's not, guys, the next thing you find typically in my handbag is a notepad. I like to jot my thoughts. I like to write about things I want to write about. So I have a blog, you know, I run a blog. My blog is Trends and Style, displayed on the screen. So trendsandstyle.com, I always have topics I want to write about, trending topics I want to talk about. So sometimes you may have a train of thoughts that you will forget just because, okay, you say, this idea come into my head and you want to write it, but because you don't have your notepad handy, you say, okay, when I get home or when I see a sheet of paper, and that's how that idea goes. Then you get home in the evening and you're already exhausted from your day job, or you're already exhausted from doing your normal to do that you already have for the day if you're running your own business. Then you eventually realize that that idea that seems like a smart idea, you've forgotten, you can't remember, you can't even pinpoint what it was. So that's why you need a notepad. You need a notepad in your life. If you cannot get a notepad like us, that I like to be very we like to do this is the old way, we don't want to do digital. If you prefer digital, use your digital notepad and jot your ideas, because you really need these ideas. The ideas maybe when you're into sales and you're looking for prospect for your business and you have mapped out the areas you want to cover, and then an idea may spring to you like, why don't you speak to this person, why not just go to this person, or why don't you do it like this? And if you have a notepad, all you have to do is to, you know, note it down. I want to do this, I want to do that, why don't I try it like this? So you can see I've been using my own notepad to jot. I use my notepad for budgeting, I use my notepad for any idea that comes to my head. So for a work bag, you need a notepad for a work bag. Now, another thing you can find typically in my work bag, my ID card. I'm not going to show you guys that so you will not figure out where I work. Then a charger for the days where there's no electricity at home and you need to charge. There's always electricity at work. If there's no electricity at work, there will be generator, so you need your charger, you know, or maybe a USB cord. Then another thing is earpiece. I always have earpiece because when I'm bored, sometimes while working, my role does not really involve me facing clients, so I do more of desk work. So if I'm bored, because sometimes you bored your brain, even though it's a task that may be exciting or different, you just need the earpiece to plug your ear when you're listening to music, or when you're being called into a meeting, you need earpiece, because nobody likes being distracted while you're having a conversation with that annoying person that is trying to not to do what you want them to do. Well, I'm not trying to say that your colleagues, and just that there will be sometimes you'll be dragged into a meeting that you'll be distracting every other person just because you're having a conversation. So it's not really good. So if you can get yourself an earpiece or earbuds or AirPods, depends on what you want to use, get yourself one. You need it in your work bag. So aside that, you still need a wallet. So this is my wallet. So I'm covering it because of my cards. This is my wallet. I got this from gym. I got orange, I got black, so I gave out the black and this is the orange. It can fit in your ATM cards. You need a wallet in your work bag because there are times where you just have little cash left and you need to have access to cash. That is where your wallet comes in handy. So you need a wallet to go and pick up cash. If your cards are together, maybe your ATM cards and other cards, is just easily accessible for you compared to when you have to, you know, scramble within your bag and looking for your ATM card. Then another thing I know I always have from work bag is my own keys. How do I get in when I don't have my own keys? So, and some cash. So that's it from my work bag. So if you find this video interesting, definitely give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and if you're looking for one of the best places to buy budget friendly handbags, you need to check out Ego Shoes, because Ego Shoes is my plug and I'm sure you guys will like Ego Shoes. Till another time.